Right, AJ, first story. Do you remember a while back we talked about the Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie?
We did. And the Swifties, we got it right. The Swifties.
The Swifties, you got it right. And I admittedly said I've probably never heard of a Taylor Swift song. And I'm not even throwing shade, just something that's eluded me. Well, AJ, it seems to have started a slight chain reaction because, if you can believe it, there's more. Here's the full story. Beyonce releases trailer for Renaissance concert film. AJ, here is the trailer.
Renaissance World Tour to the big screen. The superstar singer debuted a trailer for a film about the tour on Sunday night during her last tour stop in Kansas City, Missouri. She also shared the trailer on Instagram with the caption, "Be careful what you ask for, because I just might comply."
Welcome to Mother's Mind.
Production value is
The film
insane.
will hit theaters on December 1st in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Additional global cities will be announced at a later date. The official description of the film reads in part, Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, accentuates the journey of Renaissance World Tour, from its inception to the opening in Stockholm, Sweden, to the finale in Kansas City, Missouri. It is about Beyonce's intention, hard work, involvement in every aspect of the production, her creative mind, and purpose to create her legacy and master her craft. Received with extraordinary acclaim by international and U.S. media alike, Beyonce's outstanding performance during Renaissance World Tour created a sanctuary for freedom, acceptance, and shared joy.
The goal for this tour was to create a place where everyone is free and no one is judged.
So far, the Renaissance World Tour has grossed $461.3 million, according to Billboard, becoming the highest-grossing tour of all time in the box score archives. Wow. For The Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Tiffany Taylor.
Whew. So, Beyonce on Sunday night released the trailer for the concert doc about her Renaissance World Tour, the singer's highest-grossing tour to date. She debuted the trailer during her tour's last stop in Kansas City, Missouri. Beyonce's Parkwood Entertainment and AMC Entertainment made the announcement Sunday night that the film will hit theaters December 1st in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Additional global cities will be announced at a later date. The article from The Hollywood Reporter then goes on to continue basically saying what we just heard in that short video. The last part of this is interesting, though. The news of the concert film comes after Taylor Swift has also set the Eras Tour doc with AMC. In addition to North America, it was revealed the Eras film will also hit cinemas in more than 100 countries, tied to its October 13th domestic launch. Early North American box office tracking data for the Eras Tour suggests the movie will open to a massive 75 million, with some more bullish analysts believing the opening weekend numbers could cross 100 million, with an upper ceiling of $125 million. So these are some impressive numbers. But AJ, the question that I have for you, I'm such a schmuck for doing this, but let's have some fun. The question that I have for you, is Beyonce's Renaissance Tour going to sell more than Taylor Swift's Eras Tour?
Now, I'm going to warn you something now. Be very, very careful how you talk about Queen Bee. And I was going to warn you before you ask the question. She is not one to be played with. And on top of everything else, the Beehive is not something to be played with. If you don't believe me, ask Kid Rock. Okay? It is not a joke. It is a fact. I do believe it's a clash of queens that's going to happen here. And I believe both sides are going to go to town to prove that they have the leading person in the industry. I was thinking about it along the way. Like they say how it's off of the steam of Taylor's tour. Bieber's had one Direction have had a film. Michael Jackson had This Is It, it's not new, but it's interesting that this is something that they've realized. I'm not saying it's not off the back of it, because I reckon AMC saw what people are going crazy for and were like, oh, Beyonce's on tour. Hey, Miss Carter, would you mind signing on and just letting us pay for that? Like, it makes good sense. And it's not the cinema I follow. And it's not because it's Taylor, it's not because it's Beyonce. I respect both of them as artists. I just don't
Sure.
go to the cinema to see a concert. That's just my personal thing. But
I
as
agree.
you said,
I'm with you.
in the trailer, the production value of a Beyonce set is absolutely insane. And with that, I would be intrigued, but I don't know if it's still cinema worthy to me, just because it's not what I picture myself going for in a cinema. But there are going to be some numbers to be followed both of these shows. Who's going to be bigger? I don't know, and I dare not attack the Beehive or the Swifties. I am not that stupid. I am not that stupid. But there's going to be big numbers. That I can quote.
Yeah, I'll actually build on that a bit and say that, look, the one thing that really impressed me with Taylor Swift's Eras Tour trailer was how good the production looked as well. I'd say, and I'm more of a Beyonce guy than a Taylor guy, but I'd say from what I saw from the trailers, Taylor Swift's production easily rivaled Beyonce's. The thing is, this is the interesting thing. What's clear here is, no pun intended, it doesn't matter who has the bigger concert opening. Both of these movies are going to have a bigger weekend opening than Black Adam. That's just a fact.
That's a fact. Anything that DC has released, if I'm honest. Yeah.
I think it's a very smart move by the cinemas, who are obviously scrambling after COVID, who are having now more trouble with the writers and actors strikes of when are the next big movies coming, all the studios announcing delays. These are very smart bets for the studio, for the cinemas to align themselves with these artists and just release their documentaries in their screens. It's essentially printing money. It's dumb money. Review for that now if you want to see it on our channel. It's a very good movie. Check it out. But yeah, I think this is a smart move from everyone. And listen, if people get their bums in seats for this movie, I'm hoping what that creates is people remember that, oh yeah, being in the cinema is a fun experience, and they come back and see more movies and the cinemas get going, and we don't just need Barbenheimer to do well, and it can be many movies that do well. Here's hoping. But what I want to hear is, I want to hear from you guys. Are you guys excited for this Renaissance tour? And yeah, are you more of a Beehiver or a Swiftie? Leave your thoughts and your comments down in the section below and subscribe to the video if you have not done so already.